Our painting today is going to be a Christmas ornament, and I just wanted to show it to you. It's got Daniel's name underneath. It's got the swirl, log cabin with some trees, snowman with a snowman with a light post. We've got our fence here with some trees behind, our star, and the most important thing, the nativity. The paints we'll be using today is chrome oxide green, burnt sienna, titanium white, permanent black, yellow ochre, burnt umber, ultramarine blue, warm gray, medium yellow, and vibrant blue. So our paint brushes is a number 10 flat, a 3/4 flat, a number 4 Filbert, and a 10/0 liner. We're going to need some scissors, some parchment paper. I used a little tin top to mix stuff. Going to use extra fine diamond glitter, and I found this at Hobby Lobby. Going to need some Christmas hooks. This is organza ribbon, and I purchased that on Amazon, and I'll try to link it below if I can. If I can. Podge, some kind of little stick to put it on. You can use a pencil, a paintbrush, little stick, whatever you have. And our canvas is a 3-inch styrofoam smooth round ball. So I got this idea from Joni Young's art. So I'll try to link that below if I can, so you can check out her videos, because she does different kinds than I do. So let's get painting. I've got a 3-inch styrofoam. It's a solid one. I bought mine off of Amazon. There was, I think, 24 in a pack, and I can't remember how much I paid, but it wasn't that much. I have a pencil here, and I'm just going to come in. Here's the line where they're put together. There's a little hole right up here at the top, and I'm just going to push that in. Okay, and that's what it's going to look like. So I have some, you can tell all kind of paints on here, but I have gesso on here. And so I'm going to put 2 coats of gesso on this ball. And as you can see, this one really made a big hole here, but we'll take care of that in the end. Once that's dry, put another coat on it. I'm not going to do that on camera. I told you about my silicone mat. I love this thing, y'all. I love it. And again, I want to say thank you to LL Jean for suggesting it. She said cut it down, but you know what? It's a perfect size, and it fits in my box that I have to, if I have wet paint, I put it in there to save my paints from getting dried out for a day or so. It fits perfect in there. So, yeah. Alright, we're going to be using Ultramarine Blue. I have a little tube here of Vibrant Blue, and we're going to be using some white. So let's get this on our palette. I have a number 10 flat brush. This is a fine touch. And I'm just going to come here with my blue and my other blue. And I'm just going to put these on this little ball. And there's no, it doesn't matter. They just kind of mix. And on the my ball, I guess I should say my canvas here, because this is my canvas. But I like the way the colors just kind of go together, and to me it's quite pretty. And I'm just working my way around the ball. As you can, if you can tell, it's hard to tell on camera, but there's like, I can see the 2 different colors in there. I just think it's really pretty. And if there's any little you know, you got your pores. If there's any little pores, you can just go back in there and paint over those little pores. But there's lots of layers on this thing, so we'll see how it turns out. Alright, I'm going to come back down here to the bottom and do the same thing. I picked up the two different colors, and I have them both on my paintbrush, and I am just painting away with them. And I'm not trying to blend too much. Some places where my the pores is really kind of soaking it in, I am having to put a little bit more effort there. Okay, I still have blue on my paintbrush. I'm just going to pick up a little white, and I'm just going to come down here and add some white to this. Okay, so we're just going to, it's really easy to turn this thing, but I don't seem to turn as much. I don't know. We'll see what I do as we go. If you wanted more white, you could have washed some of that blue out, but I like it like this. And I like it marble-like, you know, not just, I like some of it just all over. But I want it blended in, so if I have to, I'll just come back and get a little more blue and blend some. But I think it's pretty. Now let's go ahead and do this one here. I still have the blue and white, so I'm just going to come around. Yeah, I had the pencils for my grandkids. That one doesn't have a smiley face on them. Some of them have smiley faces, and I'm using them, so I guess I'll have to get some more pencils. And I'm just going to grab it. It doesn't matter what color blue, I'm mixing it. You see? Isn't that pretty? I think that's pretty. See, I'm just able to roll it with my brush and roll it with my fingers, and it's just got swirls in it, and that's what I like. Okay, I grab, whoops, I hit it right there, didn't I? But that's okay. Grab some more white on the bottom because I bumped it. And we can just turn this. I'm trying to keep it where y'all can see it. My palette really moves today. Okay. And that is how it's looking. So at this point, I've got to let it dry. Okay, I have it completely dry. And I'm going to come in here with a number 6 Filbert. And I'm going to grab my white first. And I don't do this too great, so I'm just going to put a little dot right there. And then I'm just going to come around. I actually come this way and do it. If you want to see how Joni does it, you have to watch her on her page, but this is how I do it because it seems to be the easiest for me. Just makes it a little swirly, doesn't it? Okay, and then I'm just going to come thin this out. Just let it play out. Because we're going to be putting other stuff on here, and I just want it to kind of play out. Because we can put snow and stuff in there if we want to. I'm going to wash my brush, and we'll just try some of this in the... It's a lighter blue. I don't know what I call it. Vibrant blue. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try to come around this white. And it's blending And that's okay. It's hard to do this and show y'all. Again, it's hard to talk and concentrate. And then I'm just letting that kind of play out. And there is so far the bottom. And I'm going to grab my Ultramarine Blue. I call it Ultramarine, but it's Ultramarine. And I'm going to come inside on the other side of the white and do this one if I can. And if I kill the white, I can always come back and put some in. Because it looks like I am killing some of it. But we're getting it around there. That's all that matters. Yeah, I've got a couple of spots. I'm gonna let this dry, and then I've got a couple spots like right in there where I want to redo the white a little bit. But when you put that on the Christmas tree, you'll see this is actually the bottom of the ornament, and this is the top of the ornament. All right, I don't know how good this is going to turn out. Sometimes I've tried it and I didn't like it, and all I do, you know, I've told you many times, it's just paint. So I'm going to pick a spot. I know we're going to do some scenes and stuff, but I tend to run out of room if I don't do this. So I'm going to try this first. I'm going to make a D. And if I don't like it, I can always go over this. And then I can come back with a smaller brush and make it an A. Yeah, that's not working out too good. And then I have an N, I. I don't know if I like that. I'm not really liking that color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up this one again, and I'm just going to go over this, pick up a little white. See, that's it. That's the glory. If I don't like something, I just repaint it. So I'm going to dry this, and I'm going to come back with a smaller brush. Okay, I'm back with it. I have a 10/0 liner brush. I've done dried this. So I'm just going to come back in here and touch up some of this white so that it will show through in spots. And things tend to dry darker. Sorry about that. So it tends to dry dark. So if you can want to go over with another coat, that would be perfectly fine. All right, I had to fix my camera so it would be, y'all would be a little closer to me, hopefully. If it's not dark enough for you, you can always just go back over it, like I was saying. Kind of got lost in my own thought there. So there's my little swirly on the bottom. I'm going to use this liner brush. I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to try to come right in here, and I'm going to try to redo this where I had Daniel. Sometimes I think I should just buy a pencil, one of the paint pens. Now I tend to start painting this thing and then I run out of room to where I put the name. So I'm putting Daniel's name first. So I can work around it. So I'm probably going to let that dry, and then I'm probably going to go over it again with another coat so that it can, I can have it. I'll let this dry. It's one of those things you kind of have to work in steps and let it dry. You're not seeing me dry it. I am drying on low heat, and I'm not sitting right on top of it. I keep moving my blow dryer. I'll show it to you real quick, and that way you can see what I'm doing. I'm on low heat though. Okay, so that's dry. I'm going to use that little liner brush again. I'm going to come back in here with that paint, and everything's dry. So I can take the pencil out if I wanted to, but I like the pencil in there because sometimes I like to grab it and hold it. But I'm going to go ahead and come back in here over my D. Very carefully if I can. And I'm using the marine blue for this. And I think I want to make sure that's a little more rounder. Because we're going to come back over it with some snow. We're just trying to get it filled in. Oops. That's okay, because we're going back over it with snow somewhere. If not, we'll come back over it with a different color. Alright, so there is Daniel. On the other side of my ball, and my ornament, and I've got my number 6 Filbert brush. I'm going to come in here with some burnt sienna and some burnt umber, and I'm going to decisions. I'm going to come along in here. I'm going to pick up more brown with a little bit of that of white. And I'm going to make me like a little manger. If I have to make it bigger, I will. I'm just coming in with the white. And I think I probably will make it a little bigger. And I'm picking up different colors. I've got the burnt sienna, the burnt umber, and white. And I'm just coming in with those colors. It's a lot different than painting on canvas. It's a lot harder too because it's so much smaller. And it's round. And it moves easy. Okay, so this is, I'm going to bring in a little more white with this. And we may have to do 2 coats on it because I see some of that, which is okay with that blue coming through. I'm not really worried about it. Okay, I'm going to wash my brush off and wipe it off. And I'm going to just grab the brown and I'm going to come back over this so I can make my steeple or my roof. I don't know why I said steeple. And then I'm just going to come down under it so it's kind of outlining my manger here. If we need to go up with some more, we'll just come in here and fill in some. Want that and that to dry. Chrome Oxide green on my palette, and I'm going to come on this side. I have my Filbert, my number 6 Filbert, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that green on my paint brush, and I'm going to decide where I want some trees. So I'm just going to come where that it's put together. I'm just going to come about right there, and I'm going to go up and make me a tree, and then just make a line. I'll make me another one, and I think I'll make me even a smaller one right here. And then I'm just going to put a line across each one, and then we're just going to tap in. And there's a tree. I'm going to do the same thing here. I've tried all kind of colors with these. Keeping it basic with just doing the blue makes it hard to see it. And I will show you what I'm talking about. Now that's got to dry. Here's one that I am working on for Randy. And you can see the trees, which I like the trees. I got a red bird on it, y'all. I like the trees, but I want to try it with the green and see how that turns out. I've tried it with black as well. So here's Randy's. I'm just showing you. He's got a log cabin. There's a pond with a bridge, the mountains, some trees, a fence, and a red bird. And I'm thinking about making a snowman. I may put I got a tree here, but I may end up putting a smaller snowman in there. I don't know. We'll see. But just want to show you the difference in the trees. I'm going to still use this brush, and I'm going to grab some white and some Sienna, Sierra Mist. I'm drinking. I don't need to drink Sienna Mist. Burnt sienna and some white on my paintbrush here. And I'm going to make me a small little cabin here. We can make it as big or as small as we want. And then we're going to put us a little chimney in there. And bring that little roof line down, and that way we have our little roof. So we have our manger scene on one side. We have a log cabin on the other side. Now I'm going to grab my liner brush, and I'm going to use the brown, And I'm going to come in here and just, you see, I don't think he's straight. He's not straight. So let me grab some more of this burnt sienna and make him straight. Got to put a little white with it. Okay. I still want it a little lighter here because I want to use that brown for something else. Come on. He's not wanting to be very nice, is he? Okay. I want to put my little logs on there. First I want to outline him, so I'm going back to my liner brush with my brown, and I'm kind of come down, and I'm just going to go across the bottom. If it doesn't go straight, we got paint. We got snow coming, y'all. And then here we're going to outline our chimney, and then we're also going to outline our roof. And it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the good thing. Because if you're waiting for me to be perfect, it'd be a long... There we go. And that's the start of our little log cabin. Now, I'm just going to try to do this. I'm going to roll my paint on my brush to make it thin as I can. And I'm just going to come across with some little lines. So we can have our little logs. It's very tedious. Yeah, it's very tedious. Okay, so that is the beginning of our log cabin with our trees. So everything is dry again, and I've got my liner brush. I'm going to pick up a good bit of paint right here, and I'm just going to come just a tad above the manger. Still going to pick up some, and I'm going to pull down. I'm going to up to the side, and I'll see, I need some more on there. And to this side, they don't have to be even. And then I'm going to pull two this way, 1, 2, and I'm going to pull two this way, 1, 2, again, and then again. So there is our star. And I'm going to come back into the middle with a dot. And so that's going to take a little longer to dry. That's okay. But there is our star to our manger scene. I'm going to grab brown, I think, and I'm going to come up about 1/4 of an inch. I'm about middle ways. It doesn't have to be perfect, y'all, but I'm about middle ways. I'm going to make me an X right here. Just an X. And on top of that X, I'm going to make me a line, and it's going to come past that X just a little bit. And here I'm just going to slant out. I'm just coming up a little bit, and then I'm going to bring that across, and I'm going to fill in that brown. And there. Well, I call this my manger, but this is my stable, and I guess this would be my manger because the manger is where animals ate out of, and where Jesus laid. Okay. Now we can just bring in a little bit of highlight in here if we want to, just a little bit. Because we do have that bright star up there at the top. We'll bring a little bit on the legs. And if that's messing me up, I'll bring some more brown in. There we go. And then we'll just put a little bit of well, I was trying to put a little bit of burnt sienna in there. Okay. Maybe I should mix it with some white. Because we want that to be seen. And if that's not seen, then we've got to make it darker. But that's the whole principle of the idea. So we're starting with that. We're coming over here, and I'm going to grab my number 6 Filbert, and I'm just going to get a little bit of paint on my Filbert, and I'm going to come in here and hold my breath. Now, I'm going to bring my line down. I'm going to come across, and then I'm just going to tap, not trying to get all that green out, y'all, but just some of it. And there is one of my trees. And then we can just bring some snow down under the trees. We didn't kill all our green. And if we need to come back over it with white, we can. Alright, so I'm going to grab my white, and I'm going to come back over this line over here. There's our snow. And then we're going to come up here and come around. If we kill that brown, we can come back under with some brown. It doesn't matter. Just don't want to kill my fireplace. And we'll definitely be coming around with some more snow over this, because it will darken. But there is the snow, and now I'm just going to grab some of this paint on here, and I'm just going to do a little swirl for the fire. So there we go. And we'll just bring that back around, fill it in more so it will be darker, and we won't see our blue under there. And I may have to let that dry, but that's okay. We'll do that. So I'm just going to pick up some white, and I'm going to come in here and make me a window. And I could make one at the top, but it's really small up there, so I'm not really going to worry about it. But I am going to make one here and one here. And while I'm here, it's easier for me with the liner brush. I'm going to pick up the brown, and I'm going to come in here and put me a door. Okay, and then I'll wipe that off, grab me some white, and put me a doorknob on. There we go. So there's our door with our doorknob. I think we're going to put a few more trees right in here. So just again, I'm picking up my green, and I'm going to come in here and put me a few trees. If you want to put a mountain in there, you could. If you want a waterfall, you could do, a river with a covered bridge, you could do that. I think I'm going to put 2 big ones and 1 little one. And then we're just going to come in and tap. I want to show you how I do my little moon. I stick my finger in my white paint, and then I'll just come, let's see where we're going to have the moon. We'll have the moon right here. And I just put the moon on. I'm going to pick up my little liner brush with some white, and I'm going to start putting some, tapping on some snow here around Daniel's name. Again, we may have to bring in some more white, but see how that's just jazzed it up a little bit. Okay, I tapped it there, and then I'm going to tap a little bit right in here. And I think I'm going to put a little bit right in here. You can tap some on the end, come around. And if I want to put a little bit right here, we could do that. Of course, we're going to put some on our our eye. And then we're going to put a little bit on top of our eye. Same way with our L right here, we're just going to put some on top of our L. And then we're going to come down here and put some. So then we have D-A-I-E-L. So we got to fix our E. We'll just come here on top, start tapping some. I'm going to tap some under here and then there. So now we have our Daniel. While I have this little paintbrush, let's go ahead. We're going to have some other stars in the sky. So we're just going to put a few stars around and about in the sky. It's a clear night for the cabin. It's a clear night for the manger scene. So yeah, I'm liking that pretty good. So I just wanted to show y'all. This is my box. It's a Matherson. I got this from Michael's. I don't shop a lot at Michael's, but occasionally there's a few things at Michael's. I have 2 of these. This fits in there. I do like, see, that's my palette and it's all messed up and scratched up. I'm not worried about that, but this makes it so much easier to wipe off. And I try to keep, well, my paper towel's messy, but it's wet, and I just put my top back on it. And this is about $25, $30, I think. It's under 40. I know for sure. So anyway, it's great to keep, I like it. It keeps my paints pretty wet. I'm going to come back in here with my Filbert brush and my white, and I'm going to cover up these trees. Okay, so at this point we're just going to put some snow under these trees. And I'm just kind of coming down with it a little bit. And I'm going to grab my liner brush here, and I'm going to grab the Vibrant Blue, and I'm going to try just to outline my windows with blue. Just makes it pop a little bit. There we go. Okay, because you're working in such a small space, sometimes accidents happen, even on big canvases. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my white, and I'm going to come back in here and try to fix this paint. And I'm just going to grab some of my blues. I washed my brush, and I'm just going to come in here. It's okay. We'll just get a little, have some little clouds. And we can bring some white in here and just see, now we've touched the moon with our clouds. So we want to bring some of that cloud on this side. We can do that, just rub some of it. I think I come down too far for what I want here, so I'm just going to touch up with some paint. It's not going to hurt a thing. Because I'm coming down with paint is what I'm, snow is what I meant. Okay, so I'm coming back in here because this stuff does dry dark, but sometimes it's hard to to see what you missed. So I'm on top of the snow here, trying to fill it in, just on that E. I'm using my liner brush. I've got some golden yellow, or yellow ochre, on my paintbrush. And I'm going to come in here and just start putting me a little hay in here if I can. And if we have to do some other colors, we can do some brown. I'm going to pick up a little brown with it. Bring in some brown. Some more golden yellow. I'm going to pick up a little white. Bring in little flickers of white with it. Let's see, I have some burnt sienna in here. And I'm just playing with those 4 colors. Grab a little brown and a little burnt sienna on there together and see. Okay. So there is our manger. And I'm just doing a few more. I'm going to let that dry. Alright, to get me a face color, I used warm gray and pink. And I just mixed more gray than I did, or it's tan actually, more tan than I did gray. And I'm just going to make me a little circle right here. And that, whoops, and that is the start of our baby. And I'm going to put the mama about right here. And I'm just going to put a little circle there. And then I'm going to do the daddy about right here. So I'm going to put a circle there. So that is the beginning of our mommy and our daddy. I'm going to pick up this pink. This is not going to be anything fancy. It's just a little manger scene, y'all. I'm going to bring this down here. And I'm going to fill in with my pink. Wipe that off, and I'm going to grab some white, and I'm going to come right in front, and I'm just hooking that together. Let's see if I can get this to come over that. Okay, and then I'm going to take some of this blue and some of my white, and I'm going to try to make me a light blue here. And I may wish I had let this dry. We'll see. I'm going to cover up. There we go. Can you see that? I'm just going to add a little more. But I want to grab a little more white and bring the front of her gown down. And if I need to touch up with some colors, it's nothing to do. The daddy, we're going to use some brown here. I think I'm going to let him dry a little more. Well, we'll see. I'm going to put a hair on the top. Yeah, I'm going to have to let him dry. But I can grab my blue. I'm going to grab my dark blue, and I'm going to Ultramarine Blue and come down, and I'm going to pull it down and back around. Can you see? It's hard to see, I know. What I may do is grab a little white with it because it's really hard to see. grab some of this blue and see if that does something with it. Okay, so we may let that. I'm going to grab my white and I'm going to come in here and put my baby in. Okay. So there we have our baby. I got my golden yellow. Give it a little of this golden yellow just to make it a little brighter. There we go. I like that. I'm going to come back in here right in front of where they're at and put a little more of this golden yellow just to give it some more brighter color. But I noticed that my brown is under my boards is just really, you can't see it. So I'm going to take some brown and white and I'm going to come under and make my board to come down a little bit more. There we go. And you can see it better. So I have some medium yellow. I'm going to put a little bit of this bright in here. See if that, yeah, just a little bit of bright in my straw. Super good. Okay. But I'm hoping that's dry enough. And I'm just going to plop me some yellow in here. And then I'm just going to pull it out. I'm not going all the way to the ends. I'm just bringing it out a little bit. And that way it just makes it pop a little bit more. Let's get us some snow going on right here at this house. We're going to put a little bit more up on top to fill it in. Make it brighter. We have more snow, we have more snow. Okay, and I'm just tapping. Now I'm coming under here and I'm just tapping. I don't want to go too far down because I do have his name and we may have to come in and put another coat of this white on. Okay, at this point we're just going to come down right along in here. And we're just going to let this meet. Because that's where our fence is going to follow that line. And so this one we're just going to kind of bring him down. I'm washing my brush. I'm going to pick up some of this rust and I'm going to make my fence post. I'm going to pick up some rust and white, I think. And I'm going to make my fence post. Try not to get them too fat. There's our fence post, and then we can just let them connect. Alright, we're going to bring this down just a little bit. I'm going to put our post in front so we know that our post is in front. So there is our house with our fence in front. And I'm going to put snow on it, but I want that to dry a little bit more before I put snow on it. I'm going to come back in here with a little more pink and see. I probably just need to dry this real good before I come back in with anything else. Yeah, I'm happy. I've never done a manger scene before, y'all. And then to do it on something, because this is only like an inch tall. So to do it on something so small, it's simple, I know, but I'm doing it. I'm amazed at myself. That's what painting's all about, y'all. If you don't paint, get in there and start. You just amaze yourself at what you can learn. Okay, I've got it dry. I still don't know about that. That still looks a little wet, but that's really thick there, so that's fine. But I'm going to bring my my Filbert brush. I've got some white here, and I'm going to start tapping some snow on my fence. And if you want to put it on top, that would be a good place to put it too. And then I'm coming underneath the second one. Oops. Might have to fix that. I'm liking my green trees better, I think. Than I did the other. And yeah. Just going to come back under here and give this another little tap and just kind of blend those legs into the snow and bury them. And I'm going to grab some of my blue, even though I have a little bit of, and I'm just going to make me a little walk path to come out this way. There we go. And it just has a little walkway coming out of the cabin. Alright, so I'm going to grab my little brush. I tend to like little brushes when I'm in, especially in such small vicinities. I'm going to put another coat on her top. And I'm not going to wash my brush. I'm going to grab wrong blue, the Ultramarine Blue, and try to, well, I've got both blues on, so that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I like that. Can you see it? I'm trying to get it up here where y'all can see. I've got both blues on my brush. And it's just kind of coming in over it. Okay. Alright, I'm going to use my little brush, my little liner brush, and I'm coming back in here with my brown, and I'm going to give him, I'm just tapping on a little hair at the top. So I just tapped. I'm not giving eyes or anything, but I'm going to give him a beard. So he's going to have a beard right here. I'm picking up that pink again, and I'm going to go over her pink to fill in her pink. And then we're going to do white. I'm coming up with some white. I'm going over the baby again. I don't know if the baby's dry. And then some more white. I'm coming over under him. And I'm coming around him. So he's got some white on him. And then I'm going to finish filling in her white right here. I'm going to use a little bit of blue, ultramarine, and a little bit of brown, and I'm going to see what color I can get here. I think I'm going to use a tiny little bit of white with that, and just see. It's a bluish gray, and that's sort of like a pain gray. That's what I want. I'm going to bring this over him, and then we will have his robe finished. There we go. And I've got to fix his face because I got a little brown dot that came down, but it's got to dry. I'm going to bring this, I've washed and dried my brush. I'm going to bring this white back under here a little bit. see it. I'm so proud of it. We're not doing an arm for him, but we're going to do a hand for him. We're going to give him a cane in just a little bit. And I think I'm going to take some of my white and some of my burnt umber. I'm sorry, burnt sienna. Rust. I'll call it rust. And we're going to just make him a little cane right here. If I can get it a little. It needs to dry. A little darker right there. And then I'm just going to probably use my what I made for their face. I'm going to touch his face up. I'm going to touch the baby Jesus's face, and I'm going to touch Mary's face, just so we can have some, we can see what color they are. And then I'm going to put a little hand right here. He's holding his cane. Alright, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to try. I hope I don't make a mess. I'm going to grab some white, and I'm going to make me a little sheep right here. I'm just making a couple of them. One on each side. If I can get one to lay down and one to stand up, I'll be okay. That's the start of them anyway, y'all. Oh. I think what I'm going to do is bring some more snow up in here. Just bring it kind of, let me get my big brush. Because I'm about out of white. I'm going to have to do something full long. I'm just going to bring in some white right in here. I've gotten some paint, white paint. And I'm going to put a snowman and I think a little light fixture back here. So the little snowman he's going to be a simple little snowman. He ain't got to be very big. You got to look really, he can be a little crooked. You know, we have made some snowmen in our lives that just... The last time we made snowmen, I think it was snowed in 2010, and our service truck was in the back there, and we had walked back there, the whole family, and they ended up making little snowmen, probably about 8 to 10, maybe 12 inches tall, and made the whole family. It was just me and Randy and our 3 boys and our daughter-in-law at the time, but we had little snowmen. Okay. I'm going to wash my brush. I'm going to grab a little bit of this bright yellow. And I'm going to probably a little yellow with it because it does tend to be see-through if we don't do something about it. Okay. And we're just putting on a little yellow right there with a little white. And that's where our little light fixture, or our little light fixture is going to be. I'm going to grab my little liner brush again. Mary's going to get some brown hair, and I'm going to wet my paint just a little bit so I can kind of thin it out like ink so I can maybe get it on here a little bit better. But I'm going to come up here on her forehead, and I'm just bringing her some hair down. And then I'm going to take my vibrant blue, and I'm just going to make her a little headband. And I'm going to do the same thing with him with the vibrant blue. And just made him a little headband. I know I have to hold it down. I hope I'm not doing it where you can't see it. Alright, I'm going to grab some more of this burnt sienna and come in and make it just a little bit darker, since I already have some light on it. And there is his cane. Then we have his hair and his beard. We got his staff, and we've got her. We're just going to do a little bit more for him in just a little bit. And I'm going to grab some of this vibrant blue and see if I can make I'm probably going to have to mix it with a little white. Let's see if I can make him a hat. There we go. Can you see it? Well, it's kind of, maybe I should put him a red, pink hat. I don't know. I didn't want to do a lot of different colors. But I think maybe we might have to do something a little brighter. And I really don't want it white because he's white. I mean, yeah, he's white. The hat just keeps growing. I'm just going to go ahead and do some of this darker blue in here. There we go. He's just got a big head, a big hat. All right, so I'm gonna take this dark blue, this ultramarine blue. I've got both colors on there, and I'm gonna give him a scarf. Like I told you, I'm not doing a whole lot of details with him. I'm just doing a little bit. I'm going to wash my brush, and I'm going to pick up the ultramarine, and I'm going to give him some buttons. He got 4 buttons on. I might want to add a little bit of highlight to my cabin door. Let's just kind of go around the door a bit. I don't know, that don't look too good. Let's go back around with brown. Just trying to add some, well, not liking that. Let's get some, whatever that was, let's get that off. Okay. There we go. Yeah, not filling the door. I may come around here with some white and just outline my door. Okay, so I have some white on there so we know where it's at, and then I'm just going to pick up some brown and put in there with it. Okay, so there is our door. And then I'll just put our doorknob back on. There we go. I'm going to be lazy, and I'm going to use the brown instead of getting black out, because I told you I didn't want to do too much details on his face. I'm going to use some of this burnt umber, burnt sienna, and a little white, and I'm going to try to make this a little bit of orangey color. I'm going to add a little bit of my pink to it and see. Yeah, that's going to be his. We're not going to have a carrot. We're just going to use what we got for a nose. We're not even going to worry about a mouth. There we go. One little dash down the nose, and it turned out perfect. So that is our little snowman. I told you I wasn't going to do black, but I'm going to have to get black because we're going to have a light post, so we got to have black for that. And I got to have black for the manger scene. I'm coming back with my little liner brush. I've got some clean water. I'm just going to kind of thin him out a little bit, where it'll be kind of like ink. And I'm going to roll my brush. And very carefully, I'm going to outline her face if I can. Oh, too much. And I'm going to wipe my brush off, and I'm going to outline his face. I'm going to fix hers. It's not a problem, y'all. I'm going to come over, baby Jesus. I should have done it this way. So, okay. I'm going to come back over, and I'm just going to wipe it off. I'm just getting a little bit on. I'm going to come down her, let's see if I can do this down the white part of her pink. And then I'm going to go around. I'm telling you, I just have to wipe it off after I get it so I don't have so much, because you see her face. I got to fix her face. And I'm going around this. Okay, so that came out. Let's go around right here. And we'll do a little bit right in here. We'll do a little bit for him. I don't know if it's really going to show up on that dark, but it probably will show up on that white. And it's going to divide that blue out. Okay, I'm going to grab a little bit of that. I've got a little bit of blue and white mixed in there, and I'm just going to come in there and give them another little coat. So I have that. I got to let her dry. Grab my liner brush. Now I can just grab this here. And I'm going to put me a little line. And I'm going to grab, and I'm just going to paint on a fence post. I'll come back in there with some snow because I just made him grow too big. Had water on my brush I had to get rid of. Alright, we can do a little, I'm just going to do like a little heart here. And that's going to be my fence post. I mean my light post. Now, I'm going to line here. I'm going across here. I'm going to touch these. And then I'm going to come up, if I can get it, not too much paint. I'm going to touch a little triangle here. Well, I made more in a triangle. I got him a little hoop, but that's okay. That's perfectly fine. All right, I'm going to touch my eyes up with, didn't touch them up with black. I'm going to come up here with some of this. Just give him a line on his hat. We're going to make his hat shrink a little bit with the snow. And I'm just upset about her face, but I'll fix that. Like I said, I'll fix that. I've got the black. I want to fix this door a little bit. I just want to outline the door so that help that door. And then we can just come in here. And I'm not going on with the snow. And that just gives us a little bit of more of a highlight. And I'm giving a little shadow there. Right, so I'm going to pick up a little more of this white. And I'm going to come in and tap some spots that looks like it's done dried kind of dark. And that's okay. We're just going to give it a little more love in here. I'm going to come in with some of this on this snowman. Whoops, I just made him grow a little bit more, y'all. That's fine. I'm going to grab a tiny little bit of this blue if I can. And I'm just going to give him a little shadow. Oh, maybe not. Give him a little shadowing in here. Okay, that's all I'm doing, is giving him a little shadow on that side. I told you there wasn't a lot of detail. I'm going to put some snow on that. I do want to put a little more snow right down here. And then we're going to put a little bit of snow. Just tap a little bit of that in there. Okay. And a little bit of it. Oops, oh, I touched it. That's not going to hurt anything. But I'm going to just come in here. I just made he's piled up with snow on top of his hat. So I'll start turning around like that for y'all. Like that. Okay. Yes. I like that one. I'm telling you. when I first started with these, a lot of these I put so much snow on, and this is probably one of them. I've got a river for one of my granddaughters, and there's a tree. There's a gingerbread house that I'm working on, and there's more trees. So and I haven't finished the name yet. So I'm thinking, I've done repainted them one time. I'm thinking about repainting them, and which they would love those colors, y'all. They would. I could put a rainbow in the sky and they'd be happy. Okay, so I am grabbing my little liner brush, the flesh color that I made, and I'm going to go back over here, if I can get my fingers just right, and I'm going to fill in her face again. There we go. And I think when I did that, I did her hair in brown. I'm going to have to pull brown, a little more brown in her. There. I think what I'm going to do is just grab a little bit of, I've washed and dried my brush. I'm going to grab a little bit of white, and I'm going to wipe my brush off, and I'm going to give him a little bit of highlight here. And give her a little bit of highlight. Well, I'm actually seeing her hair. Her dress through her hair, so I've got to pull that down some more. Okay. So, oh, I wanted to fix baby Jesus because I didn't want to go over him this way. Okay. So there is our baby and our mama and our daddy. Well, our earthly daddy. We know he was not the daddy. He's the earthly daddy that God provided to take care of him. All right, I'm coming in with my little tiny liner brush. I'm going to give this thing a little snow and a little highlight there. I'm going to do a little snow here and a little snow here. And then I'm going to do a little snow in here. And then we'll put a little bit on top. Thought I'd done hit something, y'all, again. Okay, so that is our snowman and our light fixtures. Oh, the snowman. Crazy me, crazy me. Let me grab this black with my liner brush, and let's give him a little arm. And we're going to give him one over here. And I'm not giving him mittens, I don't think. I'm just making him some tree arms. Can you find 2 sticks that's made just alike to put in the... When you're building a snowman, it's hard to find 2 sticks that's just alike. So anyway, that's our little snowman. I've got my liner brush. Before that, I'm going to grab a little more white, and I'm going to make them a little darker. This, I don't really need a lot of detail on them. I just want them darker. Okay. Now, I'm going to grab my black on my liner brush, and I'm just going to come in here and tap a little head. It doesn't have to be a lot of detail. I told you that. I'm just going to put some legs here. And he's just kind of laying on here, so we actually take some more white and fluff over him, over his legs. So I'm going to take a white, I'm going to poke it in white, and I'm going to give him, try to give him a tiny little bitty eyeball. He didn't get that one. Okay, so that's our sheep with our baby Jesus. So the next thing for me to do is to grab a little black here, very, very gently, and I'm going to wipe some of it off, and I'm going to come under here and I'm going to write Jan. Can you see? I'm going to write Jan. And then, very carefully, wipe it off, I'm going to write a 2 and a 3. And that is 2023. So I have some parchment paper down. I have a little lid off of a little container. And I have some Podge here. And I'm just going to pour a little bit of this in here. Kind of thick, ain't it? There we go. Not too much. And then I have some glitter. This is the extra fine diamond cut. I got all this from Hobby Lobby. I'm just going to sprinkle some of these in here because I want my stuff glittery. And I'm just going to stir this up. Okay, so I am finished with Daniel's. Now I don't want to stay in one place too long. I just want to get this on. It's going to dry clear, and we can put some more glitter. It's going to dry clear with that glitter, but if I want a lot of glitter, we'll put more. So this is the next day. I painted this yesterday, and Daniel came home and I wanted to show them to him, and I was showing him some other ones, and before I could pick this one up, he seen this one over at the distance, and he said, I like that one. I said, well, picked it up and showed it to him, and that was his. Okay. I'm just going to put that to the side because I'm going to be using that some more. And I'm just going to sprinkle on, let's see, we can just pull up some, get some, yeah, I'm going to have glitter all over me. I really want some around that star right there. So I think we have a good bit of glitter on there. I want it to shine a lot. So once that dries, I'll be back and I'll show it to you and we'll do the next step. Alright, so I am back with my Mod Podge, my number 10 flat brush, and my Christmas ornaments. I bought these at Walmart last night for 98 cents. I bought some green ones a few weeks ago from Hobby Lobby for $1. Can't find them anywhere. So it makes me so aggravating. So aggravated. I also have a little glass jar here that I'm going to be using. And I just wanted to show you real quick. It's dried. And this is what Daniel's is looking like. It's all, I don't know if you can tell. It's real glittery. I showed it to him. He said it's pretty. He said you could have left the glitter off for me, but you know, I said, well, that's what makes it pretty is the glitter. So we're going to take out our pencil, and I'm going to set it right here on this jar. This is Organza ribbon. It's 1.5 inches, and it's 100 yards on here. So that's really pretty. So this is our end that's going to hang on the tree here, and this is really weird looking. We're going to bend it back. Alright, I'm going to try to come in here and make me a little bow, if I can, with my ribbon. You can make it as big or small as you want. I'm just playing around because I'm hoping I'm getting this on camera for y'all. And then we'll pull this out say we will. I might be went the wrong way. I'm really smelling that stuff. Could smell it in my living room a while ago. Alright, so that is our little ribbon. Looking for scissors, and right here they are. This was bought for, there we go. This is my paper scissors, so I don't know how well they're going to cut. We'll see. Oh, they did great. So here's my bow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up under here with the other end, and I'm going to try, there we go, to come in like that. And then I'm just going to close that up a little bit. So there we have our ribbon. If I could get it to sit. There we go. Now, move some of this stuff out the way. I'm working here. Alright, I put my Mod Podge back in with the sparkles and stuff. I put them back in my thing. I don't care. I'm just going to start filling this up with Mod Podge. If I can get it from dripping. And that's not going to hurt if it does drip, because we'll just wipe it off on. And I'm just trying to fill in this hole with it. I almost need to get me a plastic spoon, almost like that. So I have to, okay. Alrighty, so we can wipe that off and just kind of wipe this off, and I'm just making sure it's in that hole. Going around, it's not going to hurt nothing, because you've seen it's already dry. And so, alright, what we're going to do is take our little hook here, where I bent the ribbon on it, and I'm going to stick it in there, and then I'm just going to put my ribbon on top. And now my little hook, hopefully, will stand up. And if it doesn't, I'll just bend it over a little bit. Okay. Now, just kind of let that dry. Let me show it to you. And once it dries, I'll be back and show it to you. Just want to get that in there good. And we'll see how it looks. Okay, so here's our Christmas ornament. I've got the ribbon on top, and I've got the little hook on down in, and I may have to put in a little bit more gesso. That'll be fine. But so here we go. Here's your snowman, his name, the cabin, our fence with our trees, and our nativity. The part that makes it the prettiest, I think, is the nativity. I'm so proud of it. So this is our Christmas ornament. Okay, I do not have a tutorial for this one, but I wanted to show it to you. This is for my oldest granddaughter. They love pink. Both the girls do, so I did it pink. I do not have a tutorial on this one. Maybe I'll do one when I do Elizabeth's. There's the swirly bottom. And here's just some snow with some candy canes and a little lit up Christmas tree. I've got her a little pink river with a little pink bridge and the mountain in the back. And then we have a little pink fence, and that is for my oldest granddaughter. So you see the little lit up trees. It's really busy, and I know it is, but you know, they're children. So I hope you'll pick up a paintbrush and get to painting and loving it as much as I do. Y'all take care, and God bless.